Well, hello there, ladies. Nancy and Kayla and Denise. And no little star today. No little star. I am working on the mess on the wall behind me. I'm connecting rows. It's like as soon as I come on, I disconnect. It's like why our internet's acting up. I have no idea. If you want a block for nesting seams that makes you have a headache, that's what this one is. I will now tell you to press your seams open now if you make stellar magic. I am not an open seam presser. It's going to take me a while to sew these because it's like intersection to intersection. I think I got a nickel for every seam that lined up except for the block seam. I was giving myself a penny credit. I made a nickel. But it's 45 degrees, mostly cloudy. We did lose our sunshine. And it's going to be quiet. Hi, Cheryl. I don't have great granddaughter until next Monday, Tuesday. Hello, Darlene. Darlene and I was sewing together earlier. Right up to when my grandson goes, I needed you to come out here. It's like, you don't ask me to come out here like 5 minutes before I'm going live on something. Like 5 minutes before I'm going live. But it's like, hello, June. I can't say there's many seams that I've had to not line. It's like just sewing the end to end rows together. There wasn't many I had to flip around. The dogs must be in the backyard. Now I hear the neighbor dog barking. I don't know what day I get Bailey for the weekend. Or they barking at UPS. But I can show you a finished top. I can do that. It's like as long as my phone don't go dead. Here's Darlene's Stellar Magic sewed together. Try to get that glare off of it there. She used a batik layer cake. And, oh, I see those circles that Coda was talking about. They show up in the camera. But, right, you can kind of see the circles around her. And there's 8, with us using 80 blocks, there's 8 extra dark ones that we had to figure out something to do. And I put them right in the middle of the quilt. And then I had her switch them out to the lighter dark ones. Now you have something to look at. But I can see those circles that Coda see now up here in the camera. School's out for the next 3 weeks. No kid taxi. Woohoo! Hi, Kathy. I'm sewing row number 3 on mine. Trying to get, now this one here doesn't nest at all. Because some of the blocks was done before kind of figured out the trick. So I'm going to have a few that doesn't work. I hate to say that. I'm going to have a few that does not work. You learn from your mistakes. And where and that's how we learn, and then we can pass on what we learn. I guess that's the best way to say it. But yes, hi Nancy. I seen you was on before I started this. Okay, this is the first seam to nest here. So far, I have not made a penny. Yes, a new quilt on the wall. I would be glad when the headache's off the wall. How about that? Would I do it again? Yes. Hi, Kenneth. Hi, Lisa. There's always going to be something new up on my wall. It seems like I get one done and then I have to put something else up there. Okay. Get that up there. And see if I can't get these to nest a little better. It's like, oh, that's a big space. So if you go for perfection, it's like, don't worry on here. Just tell yourself when I wash it, it'll shrink and it gets all that wrinkly and it'll hide our little imperfections. Hi, Lori. Quilting in the country. Hi, Donna Armstrong. Hi, Nana Mona. Yes. I'm not busy doing this. I'm busy watching. Come on, one seam nest. I haven't even made a penny off of this row. It's like, really? Haven't made a penny yet. I pay myself on this one, trying to see if I can get any of them to nest. It's like, it's not working. No, they're not. I just got to tell myself, don't worry about it. When it's quilted and done, no one's going to see the back. Yes, I'm getting, my thing is to get the quilt tops done. Because a done quilt top, at least it's not in fabric form piled on my thing. I still have a Kathy's, from over on Kathy's, the sampler blocks we did. I still have one of them to put together. I don't know what color sashing I want to do. But right now it's no biggie. Making sure nobody else showed up that I missed in the chat. I could move my tablet down where I can see better. But everybody's saying their hellos. And then it's like, come on, line up in there better. You just go from seam to seam and try to get whatever you can. Laura, she's on here. It's like, you work or heading home? Yes, it is afternoon for you. Still, no seams matching here. I get them near it. It's better than nothing. Don't pass out. What? You're home? Oh, wow. Oh, so I'm up on the big screen? No, you don't need to put this. Okay, I do have to tell you one thing. Layer cakes are not equal. This one had so many lights in it. A person's got to look at that when they do a pattern. But this was gifted to me. It's like I didn't buy this layer cake. But it's like, who knows for sure what's going to happen, right? Because it's like there should have been 2 or 3 more of these removed. So can you see all the errors in this? What's right here? These 8 right here. Those are what darks on mine. And then on that one of Darlene's, her layer cake was very nice. And at least her darks still showed up. So anybody that missed this picture. Okay, I gotta answer this one really fast. I can't edit you, so don't say bad words. Hurry. Yes. You can use any of those in there. Okay. He's out. He has to reinforce the edge of his tarp. The wind's pulling out the grommets. So he needed to know if this was the wood. I told him, hi, Gladys. Nanamona's trying to catch up with. Can I find one seam? There's not one seam gonna, except for my blocks. This sucker does not want to have any seams work out. Well, whatever. And without borders, this is 57 by 71. Design choice standard. No mistakes. Okay. Well, it's like, first off, the pattern is only using 24 layered cake blocks. Maybe that's why she had a lousy layer cake. Oh, now my son's here. I bet he wants his TP. It's like if it's not one thing, it's a million, right? Hi, Marilyn. And these layer cakes, it's like I lightly starched them. I lightly starched them. Oh, did you make it in?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a blanket for Austin and 2 Christmas cards, so
Okay.
I'm heading back to work.
Okay. He had to drop off some stuff on his lunch break. And if he doesn't take his lunch break, he doesn't get paid for it. I like Darlene. I have a lot of. Has everyone got their Christmas meal planned? Yeah. Uh, I'm going to Casey's. The rest of it's his problem. We're having some beef thing and turkey. Don't ask me. It could be prime rib. It could be some steak. I'm not a steak eater, so I have no idea. Hi, Loretta. I'm trying to thing. Yes, prime rib and lasagna for me. It will be at my daughter's. Yeah. Used to be every other year was only Casey. Yeah. I'd rather be like Laura A. It's like I always trying to think, do we have more than one person in here with the same name? But I think there's only one Laura. And she's mine. But I'd rather be the no meal. Yep, peanut butter and jelly works. As long as you don't have to explain it well. They haven't told me what I have to make yet. Hi, Cheryl. I've got grandson bus duty, so I'll be back. Okay. See, all of us grandma and grandpas are really good at this stuff, aren't we? Put this. I had to set my OCD aside on this quilt. It's like Darlene kept telling, nope, don't worry about it. She says, mine are worse. Hi, Terry. Are you playing with your machine? With your new table, I should say. Press down, the last one. I had a busy day resting and listening. Okay. Yeah, because you're getting ready for a whole family to show up, aren't you? And this hanging on the wall is the length is what? Because my design wall is not big enough. Oh, you're going to edit the video tonight? Okay. Dark side. Okay, this is one side. I'll pin it back up here. Hey, I don't have to stretch as far every time a seam goes in. It was a headache getting my layout last night, but I said, whatever it is, it is. And I'm gonna peek what he brought me. Make sure I didn't have to refrigerate something. There. I'll try to get the camera up there so you can see it. So there's the first 3 rows. Hi prep for eternity. Yes, they do. Oh, you got to go to a school thing. Oh, yes. So that's the first row. Oh, I hung it up there upside down. I just looked at my camera. I go, what? See, I can't even hang it back up right after I look at it. Come on, that's. Oh my gosh, people. I can't even do it right. Where's the edge here? There's the corner. Okay, there we go. And it's crooked up there, but we get the gist of it, right? You like that pattern? See, from 2 to 12, and if Chris' military friends show up, who knows? Okay. Okay, Lori, thank you for saying it looks better, right? It's like, I looked in there and go, why can't you guys see the dark side? Because I had it wrong. And I'm pulling you forward to get that bar out of the way. There. But it's like the second row in around, that's what they call the light blocks. But my light I had too many lights. So my center, I go from dark into lighter. How's the best I could come up with? Boy, I can't even press it in. It's like leaning wall. Maybe I should put a level up there. Then I'd be too OCD. Must look terrible on Laura's big screen TV. But just the difference between it's like I wish this wouldn't flip over when the phone flips. It's like if I could, have something bigger, but it's like I'd have to put it in the corner. And then the phone goes to sleep. Because her dark goes opposite way as mine. Well, so we have a difference. Mine are going with the length. Hers are going this way. Okay, it's like, but it doesn't matter. Yes, it is the fabric. Now, Darlene has another batik layer cake that has no lights. It would be perfect for making this pattern too. Oh, Loretta says it's beautiful on phone and TV. Well, thank you. And Marilyn says, I like the light in the middle. Yeah, see, I played with trying to figure out, is there someplace else I can put it? And the best I could come out with was shoot for the light in the middle, go out. Believe it or not, there's 2.5, 3 hours plus of just rearranging the blocks after I got them up on the wall. Darlene's did not take us that long. Then when she got done, she was missing a set. So she got to pick a color. But no matter what, it's going to be pretty. And then it's going to have a border of the white to stop it. And then it's going to go to the dark purple. It looks blue on here, but then it's going to the dark purple. So that border is going to go around that. And it's all sitting down here waiting. And I didn't use 4 or 6 of the blocks that was in the layer cake because it was even lighter yet. But the pattern said, press these from the light to the center and to press the dark to the outside. Well, they don't line up. It's like this one will nest. This one over here won't. So you end up having to repress one seam. It's like, it's driving me crazy. My OCD's getting the best of me. So I've had to refill my water bottle with all this extra repressing. So if you're into it, press your seams open. I'm not into that. Would be the best bet. So Terry, can you tell Sandra how to turn off auto rotate? I don't instruct well. It's like, what I end up usually doing is forwarding the picture to my tablet. Then on my tablet, I rotate it. That's how I do it. It's a long process. And then that. Okay. It's like double check. See, I almost sewed the wrong side together. It's like, really? That to that, that to that. That. See, I rotated my fabric somewhere, somehow. I was going to sew the whole wrong side. Oh, my. That's why it's best to have it up there. Mistakes are easily made. And what the... Settings, display, advanced settings, turn off auto rotate. Nice cup of coffee. Feet up. Good job. Way to go. I have an Android Moto. I think it is the same as a Samsung. It could be. It's like, double check. And that's that way, that's that way, that's that way. This one's back towards me. The only thing we have going right so far. The only thing we have going right is the way I press the blocks. Yeah, out of the layered cake, and there's even, like I said, there's 4 or 6 in the drawer here that I took out. But I like my effect. I go from light to dark. So mine's like a splash. I have the 2 rectangles. I don't see, on mine, you won't see the circles that you do on the Codicine. And then it was getting them to be correct. It's like, I'm still debating. Yeah, this one. I'm going to do this real fast. Because I want this one down here. I'm getting OCD here. And this one goes up here. Yeah, I had to make that design move before. Because I looked up there and I seen too many of the same thing in the same row. Repress, repress. What if you put just 4 dark in the middle? I don't have 4 dark to take its place. Those are dark. Believe it or not, that's what's considered dark. That's out there in the middle right now. If you seen them up close and personal, you would see those are the darks. It's like, you're not a bad penny, Cheryl. I'm back. My daughter called. I'm in bad need of a cup of coffee. Well, go grab a cup of coffee. Are you ill? I would bring you a cup, but I'm sure it would be cold by then. Yes, it is. Well, if you would have seen my design wall, I sent a picture of my design wall, how we did Darlene's. She thought I was playing bingo. I took 40 pennies and 40 silver coins and laid them on my cutting board. And I used the squares as a cutting board to lay out my pattern, or the pattern for this and Darlene's. Because I was going to go to a whole different layout, but it isn't going to help. So I just redid mine to look this. Oh, frost on the window. Good one. I love frost. I prefer frost over snow. Are you sewing, Laura? Do you get to sew while I'm on the big screen? I didn't check to see if any mail packages or anything today. My son locked me in as he left too. Everybody locks me back in my house. But no matter what, The quilt will keep somebody, me, warm, cozy. My closet stuffed. Maybe this should be one that I put a Minky back on too. I'm starting to think Minky backs. By having to flip these seams, I have a lot of dog ears to trim. Okay, the dark side to the light. But this is considered a dark because it has the dark corners. Dark corner, dark corner. Oops. I got to put that one back up there. I would have just blew my whole thing. Which way does this go? Good thing I started showing you guys dark corners, dark corners. But this is the dark corners are these 8. These right here. And see on Darlene's, they go this way. Mine's going the long way. That was a close one. I have no fuzz, so I don't know what they're doing to get the fuzz. The only time I have a little tiny bit is when I trim it the first time. And then when I trim it, I have nothing. So I don't know where they're getting so much fuzz. I put flannel on the back of my quilts. It makes them warm and cozy. My grandkids, great grandkids, the ones that they like the Minky back. At first, the Minky's cold to me, but trying to find everything. There are some pretty white flannel backing out there now. FedEx has got such a truckload full. Its front passenger side's full of things to be delivered. Nothing for me. I don't order until after Christmas. I let the Christmas rush get over. Heck, they have a hard enough time getting it delivered during the non-rush. I thought Austin said his was supposed to be here yesterday and it didn't show up. I put, let's see, Donna's flannel. I may try that one day. Donna, I put the Minky in the dryer on air fluff before I use it. I had no problem with fuzz. I was pleasantly surprised. Yeah, I've made several for my great grandkids. And I love the Minky. My first Minky was that dimple dot, the dot one. And I was not thrilled with that one at all. That had so much stretch. The dimple dot or whatever they call that one. I do not like that one. I will never purchase that one. So you can quilt it on the long arm? Yes. It's like there are differences between It's like, all the ones I've got from Marshall Dry Goods, thumbs up. I mean, thumbs up. It is excellent. I have had no issues whatsoever. But that dimple dot, oh my gosh. It's like, it stretched from 2 feet to 3 feet. I mean, I just took a 60-inch wide piece, and on one of them, it would stretch like a foot or two. When I compared one group of two. And then the next one I got, I'm not kidding you, it probably stretched to over 90 inches. And so I will never use dimple dot. Never again. Someone brings it in, sorry. It's like, it was terrible. I had to put markers in it. But all the rest of the Minky I've purchased is just fine. I've bought it at Hobby Lobby. But you just go in and see how much it stretches. And if it's got a bad stretch, don't buy it. Hi, Courtney. You going on later today, Courtney? Are you going on tomorrow? It's like I'm trying to remember all the different. Oops. Somebody forgot to go press this one. I just grabbed it and put it up here. I'll press it in a second. It's like that one. I must have got a good one, so I just figured, okay. I will be on tonight and tomorrow. Okay. I'll be eating my dinner with you. Hopefully. Austin hasn't said. See, I just grabbed that one and put it up there, and being the first seam lined up, I thought, well, that was good, but I have to press this seam the other way. Oh, so I got to press that before I press the other. Chuck Cruz, 2025 might be a different year for quilting for me. I might make top after top. Yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get the tops done. And then that'll get rid of some of my stuff on my shelf. But if I have something, then as I get the backing and the binding, then I put it in with it and then quilt it later. That's how I'm doing mine, Cheryl. You can either buy 2-gallon Ziploc bags or just fold them up and put them on the shelf. I will also have a live with Katie tomorrow at 3 p.m. my time. And also my live at 1 on my channel. Tonight is my live. Okay. What quilt's next? It's an 8.5-inch square. And then you just put you pick 2 colors out of that block. And you put just the V shape. They're going to be on point. But there's going to be, I think there's sashing. Here, I'll stop this one here. I'll go see if I have a picture of it similar to it. I don't remember. Yes. Oh, no, don't do that. Okay. Here's what it looks like. You'll see it says Sandra 16-inch blocks, but I'm going to do it in 12. There. That's my next one. That's what I'm starting next. And see, you don't have to have sashing. You want to start that one with us, Lori? It's like you already have a bunch going. But that's my next one. Terry, should I have said don't look? Because I bought the fabric. And if I take the time to fussy cut it, oh, I would love that because because the way I took the picture of the fabric for on here. But Darlene just calls this one Sandra's block. Okay, go back to the YouTube so I can have that part. Yeah, I agree with you there, Terry. I know you haven't done the Hunter Star yet. Darlene's got her fabric all picked. And again, we're going to be different scales again. It's kind of fun watching somebody else's, how theirs turn out, and they turn out so differently. Kiddo is also doing a collab with me during Christmas break. My daughter's librarian sent me a gift that one of the classes that the kiddo's card. Oh, she has a half day today. See, we just have our same early release on Friday. It's called exercise. Up, down, up, down. Darlene had more exercise. She had to leave one room to go to another room, get her blocks. Doesn't line, repress. Yeah, our break doesn't start till Friday, which is just tomorrow. And then Emily says I have Delaney on Monday and Tuesday. And then Nora's flying in from Florida. And she wants to spend time to get with her nieces and nephews is what she calls them. Because when she gets all her college done this time, she's going to get a job in Seattle. She has to be around lots of people, I guess. So she's going to get a job in Seattle. That way she could drive home, as she says, every weekend if she wants. That's our foreign exchange student granddaughter from Switzerland. The one from Denmark hasn't come back for 5 years. Nora, we're never going to get rid of Nora. Nora's going to be there forever. She likes having she's always planned on living in the United States since her aunt moved over years ago. when you look at the pictures up there, it's like, I could have moved that one and that one, but like, don't worry. So 1, 2, 3, the fourth dark one. When you have so many the same, when you go to figure out your design, it's like, why? Both need pressed. So, what else is everybody working on? Or just is everybody sitting back with coffee, tea, hot chocolate, watching? Laura never did answer if she was sewing today. At least I didn't see the answer. You go for it, Sandra. I'm planning on Hunter Star beginning in January. Okay. I love the Hunter Star. I'm still thinking Christmas. As I was walking by it that day, I said that would be beautiful in Christmas fabric. But I go, do I need another Christmas quilt? I gotta do something with the Christmas fabric. June, yep. Not on the big screen. Am I on the Chrome? Have you tried YouTube on the Chromebook, June? That'd be a big screen for you. Oh, yep, I sat cough drops up here. Throat's getting dry. Drink liquids, it makes me have to. Little girl's room. Dog ear, dog ear. Dog ear. I cut out another scrunchie, making the band wider, hoping to see what is on it this time. Okay. Yeah. Making them, you lose your design that's in the fabric. Up I go. Of course, none of the seams line up. Exercising. Because that frees up your phone. Darlene is doing laundry last I knew. For some reason, we think we have to do laundry once in a while. I just can't use it when we are on Messenger together. Yeah, it was fine for a while, and then why it echoes. We get used to it. There's something still running, is all I can figure. I see some more dog ears coming soon. They're on my table here. And then I take time to brush them off every now and then. Wouldn't have dog ears if the pressing would work out. Every once in a while, a few dog ears go on the floor, but I need to vacuum in here. Keep up as much of the cutting lint, I guess is what I'd call it, as I can. Up we go, down we go, up we go. Could I say, yeah, it worked? Nope. So I just do the best I can on one way. No, I have not guessed what you did yesterday yet. I sent you. Did you see your messenger message from me? I haven't figured it out yet. Did you go Pro Stitcher? I hope you. It's like I'm against the Groovy board. I'm not really for the Pro Stitcher either, which you know. I told you all my pros and cons. Because if you go Pro Stitch, nope. Nope, I have Safe Touch here. What is Safe Touch? What the heck is Safe Touch? I'm not technology or whatever Safe Touch. Oh, your security monitor. Did your alarm go off again? Or upgrading? I could say by going to that, you had relaxing time off from work, except for you had to pay for it. You got away from the concrete jungle. You got to let your brain go over to some quilting procedure in the middle of the day. I forgot to put it back up there. Handy Quilter was having a great sale on. Spent 3 hours playing on Pro Stitcher, so I bought it. Okay. Because I figured while the quilt was quilting, you could sit and sew. That way you're in the ear range to. There was not a. Yeah. Well, it's like once you get used to it, it's just for what I do, I don't have enough. Well, I have enough quilts. I just don't have enough frame to do my quilts. But I didn't like the lack of pattern selection because I am all about a new panto, a new pattern. I'm making more again. Oh, one lined up. I better go buy a lottery ticket. Merry Christmas to you. Yes. Well, you deserve it. Because you don't get to be on retirement and sew with me all day. I haven't seen a whole lot of free ones. But I like my pantos. I'm in control. Now, what is your true opinion of Groovy Board? Did you get to do Groovy Board hand-on? That's the first thing. Did you get to do hands-on with the Groovy Board? Making her grab her phone. Sisters can be a pain, you know that. Press this, grab the big monstrosity off the wall. I see, they gave me a list of websites for free ones. Now I need to know about the Groovy Board. Did you get to have hands-on? Well, I'm glad. A hard no. There's a lot of people, it seems like they're selling out what they had for Groovy Boards on board because they're just not selling. Okay, now this one, I will carry it over here. Make sure to grab this corner before I even take a pin off the wall. I'll even borrow the pin and say that's the corner. Get these two lined up. Very easy for the stylist to jump out of the groove. And then moving the boards in the middle of a quilting. No, Nobody should have to do that. Let's see if I get any money going down this with seams. So far, nope. Back tack because it's the outside edge. This one here, I will work on this one. I'll put the borders on before I put it up. Because I'm finding if I don't put the borders on now, they sometimes get put in the closet and wait. Nope, doesn't line up in the next one. The seam that nests or the block that I pressed. One more stitch, line up the next. I use groovy boards for my long arm because I have rheumatoid arthritis and in my hands I don't have any problems. Okay, Dorlyn uses them. They didn't recommend moving the boards. You buy enough of. Wow, then they get you coming and going there. Dorlyn, do you have enough to go across your whole long arm? Now we need the next question from Dorlyn. And they should sell them in sets of 2, not 1. And the YouTube that I watched, that's what they said to do. It's crazy. And I did recommend it. And all I did was watch the YouTube. a nesting seam. Go buy a lottery ticket. Hurry, fast. I'm up to 6 cents on nesting seams so far. It's like, yes. The little things that thrill a quilter. I'm just happy that there are different methods that work for all of us. Yes. I can understand. It's like when my thumbs get tired, I just stop and come back later. So you got the Pro Stitcher on a good sale price? Did you get to pack it home with you and put it on? Or do you have to wait for it to come in? I'm up to 7 cents. Another seam nested. 8 cents. Whew. I have a bank sitting here beside me. I should be grabbing money out of it. The bank would be empty if I went the other way. I'm going to have to start putting lines here pretty soon. They ordered it and will bring it to my house and install. Whoa. I'm up to 9 cents. Then the next one doesn't line up. Doesn't nest the way I want it to nest. Uh-oh. Going to be up to 10 cents. Yep. I'll pick it up. That seam needs to go that way. Amazing customer service, and I can call them any time with questions. Okay. They're a handy quilter. Yeah, authorized dealer, whatever they call them. But it's not that far from you. Yes, I have 4 or 5 boards. I have 5 different patterns. Most were presents to me from family and friends that wanted me to quilt. Okay. Nobody I know of has, so I can't go play on one. Oop, I'm up to a dime. Woohoo! Yeah, because that's what I assumed. You had to just, that they sold you enough, is what I assumed, to fill you bought them in 8 and 10 and 12 inch or 12 foot wide sections. But then when I looked at it, no. Nope, nope, nope. And a nope. I'm getting rich, Darlene. Can you tell? Darlene's already warned me that she had trouble getting them to do the nesting. Even after flipping them, only ones we can fix are the outside edge. Nope. And we're waiting to see Terry on her little frame that she got and see how she likes doing it. See, I'll be up to 11 cents when I get to the end of the block. But I could flip that one over to make it 12 cents. Because that one was at a nesting spot. Which machine do you have, Dorlin? I'm so happy for you, Laura. Terry, I'm so excited. I tried it out, and I can tell you I will enjoy it. Yes. It's a lot easier to move the machine, right, than it is the quilt. Yes, Moving the machine is easier. And it doesn't matter what size space you have. Mine might only be 5 foot, 4 foot sewing, but I make it do. Oh, I didn't say it loud enough for you, Terry. Out of the two, I knew if she's picking one, that's what she would pick. Because that's what I would have picked. But until I get You're trying to scroll up a bit. It's like we're talking about the groovy boards. Dorlyn Dale has the groovy boards because of her arthritis. That helps her. Trying to think what else we talked. I think that's about it. Okay. Which way does this press? So I can hang it back up. Yes. Handy Quilter 16. My sister-in-law gave it to me when she was going blind. The condition was she made a quilt top. I quilted it for her. Okay. Well, I'm never going to get that offer anywhere. I just need a bigger space. Get this press, get this back up on the wall for you guys. The lady showed me the basics and stitched one row. I said, let me do the next rows, and I did it. Okay. So how many rows did you get in what length of time? That'd be me. That's me. What time? I'd be timing everything. Well, it would fit in the living room, but I'm not giving up my couch. If I got the 10 frame and only set up 8 feet would work in my back room. But if I can't do the full 10, why would I do it? If I pay for 10, I want to do 10. 4 rows in 2 hours, and we pretended to run out of bobbin. Okay. Pretended? It's like 4 rows on mine. I'm usually out of bobbin. Oh, how big of a thing did you have to play with? That's the other thing. Did you take a quilt for a sample? That way you could get it quilted while you're there and have to stay longer. Making sure these are right. 46 by 60? 45 by 60? Oh, that's the size I do. But it still takes the time to set up for the next row. I have to wait for the grands to move out. Mine's 12 foot. Yes, I remember when you took us up and showed us yours. Or did you get a newer one since that one? Lori. I should address somebody. We seen the one that you had. Because when I lose my sight, I'm going to have to make a deal with somebody. Still have the same one. Okay. And I'm trying to remember back what model what you had, what it was called. My brain sometimes remembers and sometimes it doesn't. But that's a long time ago. And then if you try to keep up with everybody's quilt long arms that they have. I just know you said you couldn't go out when it was cold and you couldn't really go if it was super hot. There's pros and cons to everything we do. Bailey. Why can't I remember that? That's probably why I couldn't remember it. Because of Bailey the dog. Because I never heard of it and I looked it up. Because it's just me, Snoopy. Want to know what everybody's got if I hadn't heard of it. I looked up June's Husqvarna. And I forget which machine Terry's going to put on, which she put on her new machine. Which vintage machine got elected? And how is it working? Okay. Let's see if I can pin this up on the wall upside down again. I should hope I can't do it twice wrong. But knowing me, yeah. I have more light to look at this time. You put the Giant Singer 201 that I built. The only thing I am sad about is it's not going to move it on and off. Too heavy. She can't use it to sew. Like I don't have another machine. Yeah. I have a 1591 that works like the 30 pounds. Yeah. I like it so far up there on the wall. I go, why did I lose the top of my screen? A pop down came up. They have a handy quilter educators come in 2-3 times a year, so I will be invited to those. Yeah, I bet you was hurting last night, Terry. That's half done. I'm half done. Yeah. If I ever go to visit Laura, I could take quilt tops with me. She works. I'd have to have something to entertain myself all day. It's like, done. Oh, how long have I been on? It's like I haven't even looked at the clock because I don't have a watch on. So I don't know what I'm doing. I just sewing. Oh, gotta move one. So let's make a date. Yeah, it's like Melinda took up my May. It's like I now entered the work in progress club. I have the horse, the magic blocks, and my head hurts. Yeah, because you haven't started the 100 stars, so you can't put that on your list. Pack your bags, Sandra. Yeah, she would let me. Craig would get tired of us, but I could cook though. I would be cooking. And now that I've played with these, I will make sure before I do anything, the dark. Nope. See, I turn them whenever I press because it's like you have two sides that now line up. Okay. It must have been Austin. That kid had the worst luck. Went to pick up prescriptions and come home. As he's pulling in his place, he's got this terrible noise. His muffler snapped off, hit up on the drive line, and so now he had to fix his muffler last night. So it's a little noisy. And you like that, how it goes from dark to light? Austin's was just as he's pulling into his place. And I don't know if I still have it, but I do have a muffler in the back shed. Unless my husband give it away way back when. Yep, Austin just left. He got the block away. Okay. That way, that way, that way, that way. Back to the reading, left to right. That's the only thing I could come up with last night was radiate it. Because I'm not wasting my time. It's still a quilt, but it's really catching on. I really do love it now. Oh, Terry, it's like I just like, now that it's coming all together. But if you guys could see, I see a little bit more of the print than you guys get to see. I think. I don't know how well the camera's coming through. Yeah, last night I just screamed for help. And then it's like Darlene's made a mistake and I've made a mistake. But here's my madhouse last night. You tell me what my opinion was. I don't know why. We got to figure out which way works the best. That is one mess. That's the picture I was going to send you, Terry. It's like, need to go take up drinking. It was a madhouse. And then see, this one's different, but somehow or another, one got turned around, but I'm not too worried about it. So when you're sitting there playing with them, the phone tells you definitely darken lights. Yeah, I did recover. And believe me, I thought about taking it all down and starting over with one of those other designs. And I says, my luck, the only one that would work would be that one that made me sicker than a dog. My namesake, Sandra. But that one there, no. Where is she? There is no way that I would make that one. There's just those waves in there are terrible. Well, Terry, you seen two of us took a 48 pattern and used 80 blocks and it works out. It will work out. Even if you don't like it, it'll work out. I had 5 pins left on my pin cushion. Yeah. That there pattern, that just drove me nuts. I almost wanted to put a piece of paper over top of it because it's just looking at it, let alone move it. I go, what am I doing? But each quilt tester got to do the block and come out with their layout. And that's what they came out with. That's what it says on there in the little story. It's a new pattern, 2024. It's upside down. Can't read upside down. Hi, Lisa. And how are you today? And evidently the quilt creator of the block didn't make her own layout. Because it says someplace here, what if my blocks are not lining up? Repress. Try to keep the 45 line centered through the center. Keep the line mark at 3-inch. Blah, 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 blah. Watch the trimming tutorial. But Lisa Norton made the design. But yeah, but they're all named after her testers. Like, put that thing up before it makes me sick again. It's like, well as we can be. I'm sewing together the Stellar Magic blocks, and my layer cake had a lot of light ones. So I put the light in the middle. It's like, and put the darker ones around the whole outside edge. So you get that radiated effect. Okay, bye, Dorlin. It's getting closer for your company. Enjoy. That's our quilting group. We get to know when people are doing, because we're friends in several ways. It's like we're messenger friends, quilting friends, YouTube. We keep pretty much, we know what people are doing, and we miss them when they're not here. It's like one gal can't, it's like she can't write in any of the chat. We haven't figured that one out yet. Like one cannot. I got a dog ear to trim off. Pressing to the street is what I call it. It's either pressing towards me or pressing to the street. Means I have this window right here. Our puddles are still here from our rainstorm almost 2 days ago. And Lisa, do you quilt? And it's like, what's the last quilt, or what quilt are you working on currently? Anybody and everybody can answer that one for everybody. What's your quilt that you're working on? Maybe it'll trigger my head for something else. I know it will. I'm as bad as Terry. Oh, I forgot to press that seam. I guess I got to do it after I sew it, because the first one nested again. Laura's untangled. Yes, I know you disappeared on me, Miss Courtney. I haven't made a quilt in years. I enjoy watching everyone do them. Okay. That is fine too. Believe me, we get lots of different ideas going around to all these different places. Her tangled is getting together really well. Minus a few blocks on the top. This is tangled. That's Laura Austin's. It's pretty. That all with 2.5-inch strips, right? Or it is with 2.5-inch strips. Not all of it's 2.5-inch strips. Yeah, I have. I want to do the Appalachian Trail that isn't like any other Appalachian Trail. You can't even Google this one. It won't come up for some reason. I like seeing progress of people's quilts too. I've used up 90% of my hat quarters. But I have one more layer cake that I got to figure out what I'm going to do with it. But it's a little boy construction print that I was gifted by the same person that gifted this layer cake to me. I have the Christmas one up there to do. I have another kit up there to do. I have a kit in the drawer back there to do. Said I got a new message, but I didn't get one. Two and a half inch squares and 2.5 inch strips and squares. Okay. Let's see. Cheryl. Oh, how I love listening to you and reading chat, but I have to go. Have a good evening and Merry Christmas to all. Bye, Cheryl. I have next Tuesday. I have the little star. She'll be with me next Tuesday. Because I have her Monday and Tuesday. She is growing so fast. Oh, one's right, one's wrong again. But you have a great day and Merry Christmas to you too, Cheryl. My Christmas decorations this year is just the diamond art I made. Set out 2 Christmas quilts, my Christmas stockings, and I do have a little table topper thing. You're off Tuesday and Wednesday? Woo! You can, Wednesday's Christmas. I'm usually on Messenger sewing at 9:30, even before my show. It's like, I gotta do something. And then Emily comes in and she takes the little one for a while. That's when I set up my YouTube. And then if I want, I can go on early, or I wait until I get the little one. Because it doesn't bother any of it. It's like, to the street. She's going to learn to sew. But I said about the time that happens. Yeah, you can see the pack. Plus, it'll cover up if she has a little bit of hair. It'll make it look like she's got more. Just depends on how they're using the scrunchies. I always used them to make my bun, the little ends stay in better. Trimming off a dog ear. And June's making those scrunchies. Tail. Yeah, it's like, make sure I'm turned it around the right way. And how long is it before Courtney comes on? I'm trying to remember time-wise. I think it's 5 o'clock my time. Or 6 o'clock her time. Okay, it's like, this is our show and tell way. Yep, your pattern shows up. There's the scrunchie that June just made. Very pretty. That way you get to see more of the candies. See, that one's fine. This one, the second one. Water bottle. I need to look at what time Courtney's coming on. It will be as soon as I get one of your quilt tops on the frame. That helps me a lot. Because it's like, it says 7 o'clock your time, so that's 5 o'clock my time. Don't look at the time on YouTube? Okay. So, you're going to come on when I leave? Because times can change, that's for sure. Because she'll have one on the machine in the background while she does whatever she's working on.
It sends it immediately.
You have to hold it.
Make it fast, yes. Drill bit. Yeah. Well, the biggest selection's in the back shed. I'll see what I got up front. Bye. He needs a drill bit. I have it in my back pocket, right? Not. I told him to put on his big boy briefs and try to do this without Grandma. It's not being mean or anything. It's just he needs to try to solve things on his own. Because adulting is not fun. And getting old is not fun. There are so many things that I would rather do than figure out the little problems. Okay, Laura. I'm getting ready to leave. It's like I'm gonna stay on until I think I get these last 1, 2, 3, 4 on here, and then I'll be done. But thanks for coming over, Laura. And we know you're still alive. You're real. I can't say that around Alani because she thinks the M&Ms are real. So I don't know if Austin's running down here to get that drill bit or not. One lines up again. One repress. Love you too, Laura. Talk to you later. We gotta get some screen time and sewing time. Like we've been sisters all our lives and just met. Not of us sewing sisters, but she feels like family. And even Nora called her family by the time we was leaving Florida. Well, within a day, because she goes, "They're strangers, Grandma." I says, just because you met them on YouTube. Now, if I got these pressed wrong, yeah, I pressed that one wrong. I didn't press that one to the street. And now I'm pressing the seams wrong. That one. The butts. Okay. Yeah, I pressed the last seam wrong. That sounds about like me. And when you press it wrong, you have to use a little bit of moisture to press it back the other way. If I didn't have interruptions, I might be able to get somewhere. But at least they don't call imaginary friends. Because they all know you're real. And they're not afraid to come in and say hi either. Okay, grab the next one. I will continue to sew, but it's like I'll take a break, get my lunch, and then watch for Courtney's. Still gotta repress one seam. Sometimes I feel I wasted my time. No baby today, Sarah. I have her next Monday and Tuesday. Her grandma, not great grandma, has got 3 weeks off because she's a teacher. Yeah, you do have to leave in a little bit. So it'll be a late lunch for me. It's going to be something small because I don't know if Austin has anything lined up in mind for dinner. I know it'll have spices in it. But, and how are you today, Sarah? Because I won't have her at all after that. You're eating dinner? Yeah. If I, it's like, calendar. Where's the calendar? I have her Monday and Tuesday, and then I won't have her until probably after New Year. Making pumpkin pie for your daughter? Why would I say what? Okay, just a minute. I gotta go to the door. Come get it. This is the quarter inch. So tell him this is the reamer. And all you do is after get up to the previous height, you just keep going up until you get to what you think is the height you want. So that's called a reamer. So you start with the one bit, start with this one first, and then I can wrinkle that. That way you don't break the other bit. Okay, that's what you need. Okay, thank you. And don't lose it. June, because Austin loves spicy food more than Sandra. Oh, yes. It is terrible. Oh, you're being a smarty pants? It's like, Courtney, you can put your link up there. And then anybody wants to join over there. It's quicker and easier that way. It's like you can even get pumpkin pies too spicy for me. Hi, Linda. And how are you today? I had to take a intermission because Austin needed the drill bit now, and he sent down Windy. I'm working on what's called Stellar Magic. It takes a layer cake and of color and 10-inch squares, so you can either. I made my own, but if you do make one, I'm about to shoot this kid. Make it fast. Yep. Are you screwing it right into the trailer?
And I do it right in. Yep.
Okay. The bit's on its way back up. And I sent up what's called a reamer. It enlarges the hole evenly.
Well.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. And then I'm gonna do one down this side.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take another string and I'm gonna PP it down the corners.
Okay. That'll work.
And then I'm gonna do one down the middle.
Okay. That works.
And then I'm gonna do like 5 or 6 down the side.
Okay.
And then I don't know what to put over here on this side to hold down this side.
You just put. Is there more sticks?
No, but I'm saying to hold it down
Well,
for the wind.
Yeah, you could roll the sticks up in it and then do the same thing and just keep it rolled above the door.
I don't want to try to fucking roll it up here.
It's like, okay. Okay. You have to figure out something. But talk to you later, Austin.
Okay, I love you. Bye.
Bye. That kid. And thank you, Courtney. The wall on the quilt on the wall. Yes. It's called Stellar's Magic. One more delay. And I found the best pin for up here on my cardboard design wall are old used sewing machines that have bent sewing machine needles. They're strong. They make great push pins for up here on this design wall. So I'm going to go find my container of pins, my throwaways, and I'm going to dig out all my sewing machine needles. Yeah. I'm making him put on his big boy paint briefs today, Courtney. And so he has to call Grandma every now and then for that little bit of guidance, of reassurance. Because we had such high winds the other day, it ripped his tarp right off of the trailer. And so they had to figure out a new way. So he had to go out. Casey pays for a tarp service for over top of his hay. Yes, he does have to learn. I told him Grandma isn't going to be here forever, and he says, we're not even going there, Grandma. Because he thinks, I guess, I'm going to be here forever. And he doesn't like asking anybody else for help. Just Grandma. Because I guess I have more patience. You It's like they work great for push pins up here in this cardboard. I have bent so many dang things. Yeah, if you want to put your old needles in my quilt when you send it back, go ahead. And I'm just going to put fingernail polish on the end of them to tell me that they're old needles. It was in my pin cushion and I grabbed it and I was up there and I go, oh, heck, it went in easier than any of the other needles. So who would ever thought our old sewing machine needles? Because between sewing machine needles, long arm needles, I don't know if Courtney changes out every single quilt or not. A lot of people, that's what they do. Before they start quilting a quilt, they change and put a new needle. But who would have ever thought? Reusable. Reduce, recycle, reuse. Okay. At machine do you have on your long arm? What machine do I have on my long arm? The Simply 16. Sweet 16 is a sit down model, and Simply 16 is what I have. "16-inch throat. It weighs about 50 pounds, I think. My son packed it in the house. Yeah, it's a handy quilter. I don't have anybody super close I have 2 hours or 2.5 hours for a dealer. But I haven't had any need for a dealer. And she answers every question I have when I call her or text her. And then they come out with the Moxie. Moxie and Moxie XL. Laura's got Moxie and Darlene's got Moxie XL. And her daughter went one above the Moxie. I think it was. So there's a bunch of handy quilter. And I know Courtney's got the Bernina something 24. That's as far as I know. Hers is huge. Because she did. You have Moxie XL? Yeah, if they would have come out with the Moxie before I bought, I would have a machine squished in my back room. Q24 on 13-foot frame. Okay, I made it across. I will pin this up there temporarily so you guys can see it. It puts me at the halfway mark. It's just over. it will be like when it's sitting up here. I can line up some of the seams to get a better, because I can tell you it's up here crooked now. And that's what the next row going on. I'll take out some of the snag. There. But I have the light in the middle and it radiates out to the dark. See, I'm just now on YouTube high speed on my tablet. I am still over there. I just now sat down. That's how YouTube is. And I have it on the speed up level. But I'm going to go grab a late lunch. And I'm glad that everybody came and joined. There's 32 of us watching. 27 thumbs up. Thank you for joining me. I'll be next Tuesday unless things change. I have the little one. So we will guess and see what I do. And I should be starting probably the next project, which I showed earlier. We're just calling it the Sandra block. But I want to thank you all for coming over and watching. Any questions? Don't be afraid to ask. We'll answer them. And I'm going to go over to Courtney's. Yes, you too, Lori. Have a good evening, everybody. Oh, I can write down here. I forgot. I took this back up there. But there. But hopefully I see you over there. And I will try to drop in on Courtney's. Okay. Enjoy your Winterfest with your granddaughter. And take an extra napkin, Grandma, because you're going to be happy. Those are all happy tears. Bye, Kathy. Okay. See you guys later. Bye.